Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Nathan Wenham, and this is Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Blind. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've got a taste for that new intro yet, but figure we'll go with something basic for the first investigation or Deadly Life episode of the chapter. Anyway, in the last one, I fucking pissed myself. And almost for nothing. I mean, Ryoma dying was still not a good thing, but at least it wasn't Kaito or Himiko, I guess? Yeah? Yeah, it still wasn't that great. Of the dudes, Ryoma was also, right there on the list of people I wanted to hang out with, too. Yeah. And I guess if you didn't stick around for the ending of last episode, fair enough. But also, I'll restate my one thought so far, before we've done anything, that I'm gonna not necessarily put a pin in this is who I think did it, as of yet, but my initial instinct is that it kind of has to be Kurumi. Purely because, we rely on her way too much. She cannot stay around for long. If she isn't gonna be the killer, she's gonna be the next victim. And I just don't foresee her being a victim. I just think she's too good. But yeah, enough of that. Let's try and get some actual evidence, shall we? And then we'll see how much my mind's going to change. And let's see if I can actually figure out Himiko's magic trick. Because, we've already got that going. I guess I'll say as well here that if you haven't ever heard me talk about this before, right, I only really went in detail with it once. And that was the first episode we met Himiko, which I think was episode 3, I think? Might have been episode 4, I don't really remember. But it was, during the prologue. The Magician's Oath is basically something that is an agreement between magicians that they will never reveal the secret of their tricks. And if they do, they will be effectively blacklisted from the magic community. And considering that Himiko is recognized by even the magic castle, Himiko is not going to tell us her tricks. At all. And actually, in light of her free time events, makes even more sense considering that her master is apparently quite old school, so he would absolutely have followed the Magician's Oath, and would have no doubt passed that on to her. So, yeah, I have no doubt about that. Hey, Shuichi, you got a sec?
What's wrong? You scared the hell out of me, by the way, Kaito. I'm glad you're okay, though.
Before we start the investigation, there's something I gotta tell you.
Is it about where you were before this?
You're my sidekick from now on.
Oh, Kaito. Oh, Kaito. I don't think you understand how this relationship's gonna work. Your sidekick?
I'm more of a scientist kind of guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. Well, I guess physics, yeah.
But that's a good quality to have for an investigation.
It is, but I feel like a proper one, not one of these.
Listen up.
Plus, the only stage fit for Kaito Mimosa, luminary of the stars, is the universe itself. So I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path for my success.
But I don't know what to do as a sidekick.
Don't worry about it. I'll make all the tough calls. You just gotta do what I say.
He loves to make decisions on his own, doesn't he?
Yeah, I kind of got that, Got that feel from his second free time event, that he just sort of does whatever the hell he wants. So, I'll take full responsibility. Since you're my sidekick, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, is that the angle he's gonna try and take here? Where it's like, hey, you think you fucked up with Kaede, don't you? Well, it's okay. If you think you fucked up again this time, it's alright, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Is that the sort of thing that he's gonna go with here? If so, that's very sweet of you, Kaito.
Huh?
Alright, let's get started. First, we gotta check the Monokuma file.
Yes, right. But Kaito making me his sidekick like this, could it be... I'm scared. I try not to be, but I'm scared. I can't stop thinking about the pain and sadness that comes if I reveal the truth. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he trying to help me?
Yeah, I think so. Ah, Kaito! Hey, what's the matter? Let's check the Monokuma file already.
Right. At Kaito's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. The victim is Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. The body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning.
Okay, well, okay.
His body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained.
Then that does clear something up then. He didn't get killed by being eaten. He was already dead at the time. Drowned. Well, that brings up an interesting problem, doesn't it? How did he get in the tank? Very magical indeed, and you know what? Admittedly, that does point fingers at Himiko, doesn't it? I mean, I do think we can follow Kokichi's logic here, but Himiko is so suspicious it couldn't possibly be her, but, well, you know, part of Kokichi's logic. Well, not that it was really logic, he was making fun of her, but
no other injuries can be confirmed at this time.
Now that's an odd phrase. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time. It seems to indicate that maybe there was another injury then? So I kind of just, like, glossed over that, but drowning is not a good way to go. Oh, also, in that picture up there, I didn't really notice it before. He was wearing handcuffs, too. What? Is this written here than before? I got a bad feeling about this.
The time of death isn't written here.
Which means it's very important. Oh god, I just realized again. Can't use my, not time of death. The body discovery announcement. There we go. I can't believe that escaped me. Can't use that method of elimination, can I? Or clue finding. Because I had a whole bunch of people. I had like 9 people in here.
Remember, the previous Monokuma file indicated Rantaro's time of death, correct?
Yeah, I mean, Shuichi would pick up on this, wouldn't he? As the ultimate detective. Oh, wait, this was Kaede. Should I?
The victim is Rantaro Amami. It doesn't say what his ultimate talent is. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial fractures and immediate death. No other injuries were detected. But the Monokuma file this time doesn't indicate a time of death.
Did Monokuma mess up?
No, this was intentional. Monokuma told us that he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit. Thinking about it that way, It implies that the information would be damning evidence for the culprit.
Yeah, maybe not damning, but would be very important. And I think, as I said last episode, I think the insect meet and greet might have something to do with this. I think it might be providing us with some alibis. I guess if we really want to reach, I think the only person present at the show today that wasn't in Gonta's lab yesterday was Kirumi. That's very circumstantial and means absolutely nothing right now, but at the very least, using that does support what I said at the beginning a little bit, but, on the flip side, I feel like it might just be used to prove that Himiko didn't kill him, during the magic show. And it could just be, any time. So that means the key to this case is the time of death. Ah, there you go. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And there's one more thing in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. It says drowning. If that's the case, we might be able to unravel the case from there.
What are you thinking, Shuichi, then? Because I was more so looking at that, the injuries could not be whatever. Alright, now that we're done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. My first command to my new sidekick is investigate everywhere and find clues that will lead us to the culprit.
He's pretty commanding, as I expected.
Right, well, now hello, Kirumi. Getting up there, are you? Oh, no, actually, I take it back. Miyu also wasn't there, was she? Yeah, no, Miyu wasn't there either. So I guess Miyu and Kirumi, equal parts suspicious, I guess? Not really, but, following the insect meet and greet logic, equal parts suspicious. But because Ryoma also wasn't there, we don't really have a time frame for his death. I mean, we kind of do, right? Because Shuichi saw him. And, so at the very least, we know he was alive in the afternoon, right? But, yeah, from now until, back then, it's a blank, because no one's, well, maybe someone's seen him, but we haven't seen him. So let's collect some testimonies, and maybe we'll find that someone has seen him.
Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta should have saved him.
What happened? Gonta? What's wrong?
When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could have helped Ryoma. But Gonta got scared. Too scared to do anything. Sorry. Gonta really sorry.
A man shouldn't apologize so easily. Is that my catchphrase? I seem to say that a lot. And even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you, too. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily true, Kaito. As I said, I think piranhas only eat, flesh that's, bleeding or wounded. Although I think, actually, on top of that, lending more credence to the fact that Ryoma, died before being put in the tank, I think they also eat dead flesh, right? Not that it'll matter, but you can correct me in the comments if I'm objectively wrong about that. But I think that's how piranhas work, right? They eat dead flesh or, wounded flesh. Attracted by blood, that sort of thing.
That's true. And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta.
Huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file? When Gonta reading Monokuma file, it'd say nothing about Gonta.
Yeah, you haven't even read the Monokuma file yet?
Gonta can't read. No, Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be helped.
No, what are you talking about? If you got time to apologize, you got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do.
That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know, after all.
Information? Only Gonta know?
Remember? During the show you went up on stage.
Right, he did do that. And you saw something inside the tank, right? So what did you see? That was about 20 seconds. Whoa. I mean, maybe he just saw that Himiko wasn't in there, maybe.
That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right?
Yeah, because Gonta worry about Himiko.
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised.
Right, okay. So you saw that Himiko wasn't in there, and that's where you were like, huh? What?
Oh, you can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show.
But if
See, I can get the line right now, Gonta.
but if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas.
Oh, well, I guess I should. Well, this is a flashback, so I guess I should do it right.
But if Gonta does nothing, piranhas will eat Himiko. Huh?
But when the piranhas were dropped in. That threw me off a bit. When the piranhas were dropped and the curtains opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then when did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen?
Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in. After that. Sorry. Gonta should have watched tank better.
Now, like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. Besides, it's okay, Gonta. What you've given us is quite valuable in its own way.
Yeah, you're right.
But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick?
And I'm positive that mystery will be an important part of this case.
Yeah. I don't know, based on what going to... Well, because he didn't see Ryoma get into the tank, right? Well, no, I was going to say, is it possible we're dealing with, like, a... Part of this trick is that the tank's, like, segmented? Like, Himiko jumped into a certain part, then when the curtain was closed, she, like, just swam into another part and she was safe. Like, in, like, a back of the tank sort of deal. But I think Gonta would be able to tell, right? Like, he'd be able to see, like, a glass partition or something. And, like, Ryoma was always in the first part, but, yeah, well, no, obviously not, because Gonta didn't see him. Oh, never mind then. Yeah, so I think how Ryoma got into the tank is going to be pretty important to figure out. Which is basically parroting what Shuichi just said, but, yeah, you know. I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now I won't be nearly as bored. Time to work on to solve this mystery! Get ready, culprit, because here I come! Wow, helpful. Just as helpful as last time, in fact. Oh, you are just so handy, Kokichi.
If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her?
I don't think there is any convincing her. I think we just have to figure it out.
Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show!
You know, that would be a great episode of some other I said some other TV show. This is a video game. So I guess some other video game, but some TV show, some anime. I'm sure that's up your street, Samugi.
Or something like that. It's happened before, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure in one of your shows, which is what I meant when I said other shows, but that implies that this is a show. So, well, I mean, I guess it is. Danganronpa is always shown to someone, so I guess it is. I guess it's a show in a way. Yeah, let's go with that. I didn't make an incorrect statement at all. No, in fact, I was right. I was absolutely right. Shut up. Right, Miyu. Have you seen anything? I highly doubt it, but... Hey, Flemward! It's something I need you to tell me. Oh, Flemward, that's not one I've heard before. That's not a very polite way to ask something from someone for something. It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I'm going to capture you guys last night. What was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened. Yeah, didn't you, use something against him? Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still know what went on. Yeah, and somehow managed to escape. Good job, Kaito. How did Miyu escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. Chop, chop, you slimy shit! Come on, Shuichi. She used her secret woman weapon. Well, I suppose you could say the Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. The first ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Samugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Angie were brought in later. From the gym, right? Exactly. Kokichi left the room after, around 9 p.m. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that. We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. And we were freed about an hour into nighttime, around 11 p.m. So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Kurumi, Maki, and Ryoma. And Kokichi. And Miyu, actually. You weren't there either. Ha! I see you've learned what an alibi is, thanks to the previous incident. What the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit? By the way, Miyu, how were you able to get away from Gonta? Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon. Let's just leave it at that. Secret woman weapon? Wait! Hey, what's a secret weapon? Shuichi, you've walked right into a trap there. Is she trying to laugh it off, or is she laughing at me? Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out. Well, you're probably right. Perhaps it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. Well, I guess that's one stance to take. Insect meet and greet. Yeah, I thought so. That's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage. Hey, Angie! I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage. Then, do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps? No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see. I suppose you didn't tell Angie the secret either. Yeah, she wouldn't. By the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right? Yep, we started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab. Me and Kibo helped with that. Yeah, she told us that earlier. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work. And I asked Kurumi to sew the curtains because I hate sewing. Yeah, which we've heard about a couple of times too. So basically, it was all thanks to Atua that the show is a success. No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? Well, I mean, the magic part of it was. By the way, were the piranhas your idea? I heard that they were, and I think that that's probably a bad thing. On its own, the underwater escape act is no different than the normal magic show. Wow, really shitting on her craft there. I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas. That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct? Yep. According to the piranha tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. You have a Bluetooth cage? I mean, I guess. I see. That means that most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab. Yeah, just as I feared. Oh, God. Well, I mean, at least it wasn't something like the buzzsaws and shit that were in there. Well, I think there was only one of those, and it's part of the meat magic trick. To be honest, I feel like Miyu's lab is probably even more dangerous with all the shit that's in there, but... And right when we finished the prep work and we were about to take a break, Gonta captured us, so we couldn't rehearse at all. Yeah!
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime.
So we decided to come to the gym today, before the morning announcement. Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact.
So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got there.
What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried because of this confusing incident? Don't worry, it'll be fine.
What?
The Tua has spoken. You have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about? I can't tell if you're trying to be nice, insane, or trying to indoctrinate me.
Nothing can escape a Tua's sight, not even the culprit. A Tua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with.
And you're starting to sound more and more creepy.
Yeah. Comes with the religious territory, to be honest. Well, Himiko, got anything for us?
Yeah, my magic was supposed to make everyone smile.
Don't worry, everyone is smiling, just on the inside.
I don't think any of us can smile right now. Except for Angie. She's always smiling. I don't think I've ever seen her not have like a smile or slightly confused face. Oh, actually, I guess there was that one time she looked a little bit angry, but yeah. Himiko, is it alright? If it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
Now, Shuichi, if doing her free time events were canon, you'd know you shouldn't be calling it tricks.
There's no trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic.
You still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in?
No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
But
Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of my Neo Aikido.
man, this guy's more strict than the security at idol events.
Kaito? Are you a Sayaka too? Well, I mean, I don't know. Does that work? I still don't know, right? Like, I don't think this is supposed to take place in the same universe as Danganronpa 1 and 2 and 3 and Ultra Despair Girls, but I don't know. Like, I'm still gonna make those references as if it is. Like, right, I can do that. Also, you go to idol events? I wouldn't... no, I wouldn't really have pinned you as the type, Mr. Man's Man.
my first command to my new sidekick is investigate everything and find clues. Don't overlook anything, you got it?
Yeah, thanks, Kaito. Helpful. Senko, I can't imagine you're going to do anything but threaten me, but...
If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic. Got it? I'll use my Neo Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko.
But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive the trial?
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Thank you, Tenko. Look, I know at times we're kind of the same person, but... well, I guess I'm not particularly helpful all the time either, am I? So... fuck. Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is... when was Ryoma murdered? You're right, but I feel like we're not going to be able to figure that out for a while.
Well, in the middle of the show, obviously.
See, if that were true, they probably would have been... well, maybe not included the time of death. To be honest, actually, including the time of death there would really pin it on Himiko, so I guess eliminating the time of death from the equation doesn't necessarily alleviate her of any guilt. Not automatically, anyway. I think what we're going to do is eventually use it for that. But for now, yeah, it doesn't really... yeah. So no, I can't be like, Kaito, shut up.
The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't expect you to take that angle, Kaito. Thinking that it did happen during the show, but that it wasn't Himiko.
In other words, everyone watching the show isn't suspicious.
Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you? No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast. What? You got it! I'm not suspicious! I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Really, Kaito? Wait, was he? Because he said, right, like, the whole thing was, yeah, we have to go to the dining hall every morning. Was he really, like, sticking to his guns that much that he went to the dining hall and thought that everyone else was going to go there before the magic show? Real Kaito? Really? Or is there something more to that? Kibo does have a point. Yeah, sorry, Kaito. It's not a good alibi. Oh shit, Kyo. I forgot about you.
I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprits commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow.
Well, I feel like it's got to be because it's so easy to pin it on her, right?
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes.
If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic?
No, well, I guess you could say that might like strongly link Kirumi in, right? Because she was one of the people working a little closer with Himiko and Angie, right? I mean, actually, to be frank, I feel like this is also kind of setting up Angie as a very potential suspect, but... And I guess Kaito also helps a little bit too.
And since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well.
Kyo murmured almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage.
Is there anything to investigate backstage?
Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Kyo backstage. Oh, okay. Sorry, Kurumi, I was going to talk to you, but I guess we're not going to have the time.
Decent amount to look at here. I've learnt my lesson, and I kind of need to look everywhere, don't I? Oh, wow, yeah, it's really just this line. Is this the same thing? I mean, I can check, can't I? Oh, no, okay. 3 different things. We've got rope, water tank, staircase. But first of all, talk to me, you two.
Since the show was used for the murder, we must investigate Himiko's trick as well. Perhaps there are clues here.
I mean, if there's going to be clues anywhere to solving the magic trick, I feel like backstage is probably a good idea. Is there something here? No, let's decide that after we search it. Investigate anything that stands out. Good idea, actually, Kaito. I can approve of that.
The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. At first glance, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. There might be some trick to it, but only a magician would know.
Well, that's not handy. So for now, nothing.
There's nothing strange about it from behind, other than the large size. It's a normal tank.
All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank?
That's right.
Well, if we figured it out easily, it won't be a magic trick.
I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there.
That is true. There is a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, we need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it.
But, well, it seems that Kyo, at the very least, is team Himiko probably did it.
This is a pretty long rope. What was this used for?
I estimate it was roughly 65 feet in length.
You can tell just by looking at it?
But of course.
I'm well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay.
Woohoo! All right, Kyo. Damn. All right, man. Sex god. Well, bondage god over here.
I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could this be related to the case?
Well, that was a big load of nothing. Oh, still. Oh, can I actually look at the puddle? I kind of thought that was just part of a set piece. You know, as in like the investigation, not like the in-game set piece, not like the whatever. This isn't coming out right. Like it was just a background asset that didn't matter, basically.
What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from where we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry.
Well, presumably then Himiko was here, right? Like, do I want to say wet Himiko was here? Wet Himiko was here.
Perhaps someone who was wet was here doing something.
That's true.
Changing wet clothes? But how would you get from the water tank to the space behind the staircase?
Could it be?
It's maybe a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick.
Wow, really? That's the only thing we managed to get out of this. All right. Still things to investigate. Really? Really? Is there more? Do we want to look at something again? Maybe? Look at the staircase again?
The staircase goes to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it.
Oh, okay, I did just want me to look at it again, I guess.
I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was performed.
Hey, so
Hey, how long are you gonna investigate here? You still gotta find the culprit, you know? Come on, let's go!
Kaito.
Wait! Kaito!
I love how much emphasis he puts on everything. Right. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Kurumi in a second, but Kyo, do you have anything else to add now? Oh, the same goes for Kaito.
If we made Himiko's escape trick clear.
I highly doubt that even picked up on the camera. Not on the camera, on the... Oh my god. Ugh, on the mic! Jesus Christ.
If we make Himiko's escape trick clear, I suspect we'll be able to determine how Ryoma got into the tank as well. But as far as Himiko was concerned, it was real magic with no tricks or mechanisms. She likely won't tell us no matter how we ask. We will need to discern the truth for ourselves. To that end, I will investigate the backside of the stage once more.
Oh, okay. So talking to Kyo just takes us back there. Alright. Kaito, anything new to say? No, you do not have anything new to say. Alright, Kurumi, time to talk to you. Oh, no, okay. So near water tank and stage are apparently its own things, but we also have the ladder and this light panel.
What is this?
It is the control panel for the stage lights. It allows you to raise and lower the baton.
Oh, I see. Cool. Kind of useless, but cool. Nothing else in here. So it's just a ladder. Well, those two things. There's a ladder here. I wonder if it was used to set up the show. Very, very helpful.
We'll check the stage first.
I should investigate the stage. I'm sure there's a clue there.
Kylie joining us up here. Can we look at the curtain? Yeah. Nothing else around. Oh, I can still look at this stuff, I guess. So Kaito, Kurumi, tank, curtain, timer, I guess?
Hey.
You helped set up the show, right, Kurumi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
I do not agree.
No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and curtains, so I do not know the details of her trick.
Well,
I see.
Well, I mean, I didn't really suspect that Himiko would tell her, but still, she was in here. Really, Kaito? Still the same thing? Like, if you're just gonna say the same stuff, Kaito, don't follow me everywhere.
Or don't follow me everywhere, Kaito. This is the timer that was counting down the escape trick. I didn't realize it. It was also a timer to reveal Ryoma's body.
Wow, we are not getting much physical evidence from this place.
When I stood on stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it had a lid, or it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass. The other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass.
Oh yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Hey, Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right?
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. It was a lot of work. 2 of them were really weak, and... Well, actually, Kibo's quite weak too, isn't he? But, yeah, it was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there. It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. Could have been easy to lift.
It seems this is where the lighting baton for the gym is attached.
Kurumi.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the baton. It seems they lowered the baton, attached the piranha tank to it, then raised it again.
I never knew lighting batons were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that. That sort of depends how big it is.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy.
And I said that about not getting much evidence, and then we immediately get evidence.
There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side.
Oh, what's the matter? You want to check that window out?
Yeah, but...
Oh, it's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank.
Higher than the piranha tank?
That's right. There was a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it.
Kaito quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
But you know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder?
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs.
Well, you know, I thought this was just going to be another throwaway one, but... I guess this is going to be important. Yeah, I thought this was just going to be a bit of a throwaway thing to look at.
The window is open. If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
Well, if we're bringing it up, I'm going to say maybe? Someone used it, at least.
The culprit may have gone in and out through this window.
So what's on the other side of the window?
It's the pool, isn't it?
I can't see much, but I think it's the pool.
Yeah, we brought this up when we were in the pool, actually, didn't we?
I heard we had one here somewhere.
Yeah, I guess you've never been there, eh, Kaito?
All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there. Oh, wait. What is this? What's up? Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
Oh!
The window frame has distinct abrasions. Perhaps scratched by something? This might be related to the case. Yeah, I should remember it.
Marked window frame, eh? Interesting. Yeah, that's not something I expected to see. Or expected to get.
I climbed down from the ladder to the stage.
Hey!
You done investigating the window? And I'll go put the ladder back.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this?
He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. Well, he's the muscle, I'm the brains, you know? I've investigated everything I wanted to on stage.
We're all done here? And let's go.
Yeah, okay.
That's just the front of the stage to look at, and I suppose once we're done there, we'll end the episode off. Okay, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see the open window from down here. I assume it's just going to be a repeat.
I know we just saw it, but the window was open, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, the pool's on the other side, isn't it? Let's go check it out later. The culprit must have gone in and out of the gym from there.
And in addition to that, the window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. It might be related to the case. I should remember it.
Well, considering that it's in evidence, I'm going to say yes. We're near the water tank. What do we got here?
It's the large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken and it's in bad shape.
You guys really need to break the glass. Everything's soaked now.
Well, if we had left Ryoma's body there, we wouldn't have been able to investigate.
I guess it would have taken way too long to just empty the whole tank with a bucket.
Yeah, it was a lot to clean up, but at least we can investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here. Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank. But I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something.
Alright, what have we got? Quite a lot, actually. Well, hello, Kaito, can I still speak to you? I have a feeling you're not going to say anything new. Can I talk to Kurumi? No, I cannot. Oh, hello. Oh, well, I can't talk to you lot. So maybe Kaito has something new to say? There's sure is a lot here. I was going to be like, man, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, isn't it? Fucking goddammit, Kaito! Still the same shit. But no, this is not. This might actually leak over an hour. I don't know if this is going to take 15 minutes to look at this all, but, I mean, if it's all important, which I feel like this stuff's going to be generally more important than the rest of the things.
Is there anything suspicious about this curtain?
Yeah, it's been bothering me. What was that curtain for?
It was in order to hide the water tank. When Himiko was performing her escape, this was closed to prevent us from seeing.
Oh, so that's what it is. Then is it some kind of clue?
No, I don't believe so. I don't see anything suspicious about it.
Yeah. Look at Ryoma's body last. I see the handcuffs back there.
Right, handcuffs? Why are there handcuffs here?
Right, because these were actually in the little death scene, now that I think about it. Well, now that I've seen it in the Monokuma file. Like he actually had them on.
They're still locked, and there are small scratches on them. The cuffs appear to be stainless steel, so not too hard to scratch. Must have been scraping against something hard or sharp.
Ooh, maybe these? Interesting. We're looking for correlations between scrapes. Then maybe these left some... Well, no, it didn't really look like the same sort of thing on the window, but it could be for now. What are these handcuffs? Were they in the tank? Well, I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from?
That's true. There weren't any in the warehouse, so where did they come from? If they weren't in the warehouse, another place that might have handcuffs is... Could it be... He's a prisoner? Roma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also for the ultimate prisoner? So perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well?
It's an interesting way to look at it, I guess. But hey, Ryoma, I know you might be dead and absolute glass pan. Oh, yeah, I guess that is something different, isn't it? I wasn't really looking at it. I saw it in the tank before, but I thought it was just like a weirdly coloured bit of the ground. I didn't really pay it any mind.
There's a square pane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. Doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. And this is fucking enormous. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. But what exactly is this plane?
Is there... Maybe there is something of a divide used then. Like I said. Maybe. I mean, it looks a bit small, but it could have been. Well, maybe not. I mean, it is glass, isn't it? It's not really like, you know, a good blocking tool.
The fragments of the broken glass water tank have piled up. There's so many tiny pieces. Gonta and Tenko certainly didn't hold back when they threw Kiba at the glass.
I guess not. Yeah. Well, piranha bucket.
It's a bucket full of piranhas. Gonta said that he picked up all the piranhas and put them here. I can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hands. Wait, yes, I can.
When I think that Ryoma is inside their stomachs, I don't even feel like eating them.
Why would you even consider eating them in the first place?
Oh, well, you know, fish.
Only the strong can survive in this world that the two eyes created. The least we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul, so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
Sorry, I slipped away from the mic for a second there. I hope that registered just fine.
The least we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul, so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
I mean, fuck it, I just reset the line anyway. So. You really go there looking like this? I mean, a little bit interesting question, I guess, in the sense of heaven. Like, do you go in the form that you died in, or do you go to heaven in peak condition? Because that wouldn't really make sense, right? Because infants dying, would that mean they age up a little bit? Because I mean, at the very least, when you're elderly and you die, sure, there's a precedence for well, not a precedence, but there's at least a model for what you used to look like, right? But yeah, very hypothetical. I mean, again, I've said it before, I'm not particularly religious. I don't really believe in an afterlife, but
Those piranhas show a miraculous mystery.
In the case of it does exist, it's kind of interesting to think about what it would be like.
Maybe Atua was behind those videos too.
What are you talking about?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
Oh, really? More piranhas?
What, do they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast.
But compared to yesterday, the piranhas looked super crammed into that tank.
Ah, so they look more crammed together?
The water tank was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many more piranhas there were. But anyway, it was super, 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 super crammed. Super, 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 super crammed.
Jeez, we get it.
More piranhas than yesterday. There might be something to that.
Yeah, that's an interesting observation. Thank you, Angie. Alright, are these two different things? Ryoma's body and his belongings. I usually look at the body last, but I think his belongings might be a little more... Wait, hang on. Weren't his clothes torn apart? Never mind, we'll ignore that.
Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton now, not even a shadow of what he was.
What the heck is this? Yeah, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it.
I'm certain of it. It's pretty fucking brutal, I'm not gonna lie to you, Kaito. Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bones.
I can't believe he died in such a gruesome way.
And the water filled with blood so fast we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. But the skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's.
Jeez, I know he wanted to die, but he didn't have to actually go and do it.
No, I don't think that's right, Kaito. I don't think he killed himself. Ryoma wasn't trying to die. He said as much. He was jealous of us. He wanted to live.
Now the poor fucker's never gonna get that chance, is he? Huh? What do you mean he was jealous?
I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have the same feelings we do. So that he could have that reason to keep going. To fight alongside us.
Then he was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends? I mean, I think so. Yeah, I like... we're getting near the hour mark. I don't really want to push us over by getting into philosophy, but... Yeah, I mean, I don't think... the reason for your life has to be anything more complicated than just something like that. Granted, maybe, good food you might have to take in a slightly different way, take care of yourself, but... Damn it! That idiot! Yeah, hear that, Shuichi. You were doubting yourself for that. Kaito's got a point. But, I mean, you know, again, as I say time and time again, it's not quite as simple to say that to someone who's, you know, suffering from depression or something. You know, something similar. Not like depression or something, I guess. You know, mental health problems like that, you know. Even when you don't have those problems, it's so easy to say, oh, don't panic, don't worry. But, like, you're still going to, aren't you? It's kind of just human nature. And I feel like if you aren't, you're too ignorant of yourself. Or maybe you do just have really solid self-confidence and self-belief. So, you know, I can't knock that.
Ryoma's belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopad, the key to his room. Well, that's it. If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room.
What's in his room to investigate?
The motive video. We should find out whose Ryoma had. Whose video Ryoma had.
Then, you think Ryoma was killed because of that video? There is a good chance.
I can't say for certain, but we should check just in case. Although, he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point thinking about that now.
Yeah, we can cross that bridge when we get to it.
Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now.
Well, our investigation's over now. So who's the culprit?
No, Kaito, no. I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
What? Still a no? I never thought detective work would be so much work. So where else do we gotta investigate?
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at. After that, I want to go to Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there.
Is that everything?
Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue.
So we've still got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy lifting in here.
Right.
What do you mean, right? You saying I'm useless?
Is there a right way to respond to that?
Oh, God. Well, you know what? At least you can make me laugh at a time like this, Kaito. But anyway, I think that's going to call it for the this episode of the investigation. I think there'll probably be 2 more in this one, I think. If you've got 3 more places to investigate. So yeah. But anyway, we'll call it here. Try not to get over an hour. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one, where we will continue in the investigation. And until then, goodbye!